And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, again with another episode of this Over the Show 22 Custom League. And today we continue with opening day here of year 2 of this franchise. And you get to see the matchup here a little bit. The Seattle Raptors playing the Tampa Bay Vipers. And Logan Webb facing off against Tanner Hawk. And Hawk, I don't know exactly how to pronounce that last name, if I'm going to be honest here. But these Raptors jerseys, those are the away ones there that you get to see. So I really like these away ones. They're, basically the white jerseys, their base color. And so this is their pitching staff. It's basically the same as they had last year. You got Logan Webb, Marcus Stroman, Cal Quantrill, Griffin Canning, and Caleb Killian, who is going into his second year in the majors, a 73 overall. And the bullpen, Joe Murray, who is a Rule 5 draft pick for them, I believe. Brent Honeywell Jr., who got some time starting last year for them, actually. John Curtis, 107 innings of really good baseball for him last season. Alex Colomé, A.J. Minter, Aroldis Chapman, Hector Neris, and Tim Mayza. I mean, I think that this pitching staff is basically the exact same. I really don't see there being any changes. I don't know if there is anybody that's different from this pitching staff or from the bullpen besides the Rule 5 pick that they got. So that's a look at the pitching here. And then you go to the offense, and the offense is about the same as last year, though. There's no Andrew Benintendi. There's no Andrew Benintendi on this team anymore. He went left in free agency. So you got Brian De La Cruz, Xander Bogaerts, Juan Soto, Jared Walsh, Travis d'Arnaud, Nick Solak, Gio Urshela, and then Yandy Diaz is going to be taking over a starting role at second base for them. And then the DH right now is Ronald Torres. That DH spot is probably going to be a little bit it's going to probably flip around a little bit as the season moves on. I don't know. It's going to kind of go, whoever is hot is going to be kind of in that DH role for this team. And then you go to Tampa Bay, and the Vipers' offense here is about the same as it was a year ago. Pedro Leon is actually going to be starting, though, this season. 75 overall and beat potentially at 300 at bat, so he was basically starting last year, I guess. And batted .297 with a .360 on base. Had a really good season, actually, in his 300 at bats last year, so he's leading off. You got Anil Cruz, who's a potential 75 overall player, a really good hitting stats. They're looking to improve on a year where he batted .253 and had a .317 on base percentage. And then the Rookie of the Year, Spencer Torkelson there, is the number 3 hitter, and I mean, those hitting stats are insane for him, all above 70. And then you got Brian Buxton at a 92 overall, batting 4th, JT Realmuto, DJ LeMahieu, Ramel Tapia, who actually had a pretty decent year last year, and then Kevin Pillar, and then Luis Guillorme, who is actually going to be a full-time starter for this ball club. And then he gets to see that bench there, but here's the pitching, and I like that lineup. The lineup looks pretty strong, I think, but the pitching was their biggest weakness last year. And, I mean, they tried to get some guys in free agency, but they didn't really improve this pitching staff very much. So, you got Hawk there, you got Freeland, Eric Fetty at 73 overall here. And Eric Fetty was with them last year, 180 innings and a 3.69 ERA. Wade Miley, they did sign him, and I can't remember where he played. I think he played for San Diego. Okay, he played for San Diego, was a starter for them. I mean, 213 innings and a 3.04 ERA for Wade Miley last season. He actually pitched pretty darn well out of the starting rotation for them. 36 years old and a 73 overall, so we'll see how he does this year. And then you got the rookie, still technically a rookie, and is Nick Lodolo. Hasn't pitched enough innings, I guess, to actually qualify, but he's going to have his first full season in the majors. And then you have Gavin Williams, who they got in a trade, remember, in the offseason, I believe. And, 71 overall here, 55, 60, 51, 58. I mean, some of those K per 9 numbers. So, and then they have Tim Cate, who also doesn't have any major league experience. So those are two rookies there. Gavin Williams, obviously more potential than Tim Cate does have there, but those are both fairly young guys that are the long relief pitchers for them. And then you got Jake McGee, and then you got Charlie Graves, who made his rookie campaign last year at age 19 and actually pitched pretty darn well. Actually, never mind. He only pitched 6 innings. Okay. I thought he pitched a lot more than that. But This is going to be his rookie season here. 87 K per 9, 73 home run per 9. He's got some good stats there. I like him, and he's got potential. Zach Thompson as well. Didn't really play that well last year. 5.38 ERA. And then you got Ryan Harper, who's going to be this team's setup guy this season. Or no, he's just going to be a good minor relief pitcher. Very, very good option for them out of the pen last year. Their setup guy is J.R. Castillo, who had 35 holds last year. And he got one of the best closers in the league, and Andrew Kittredge rounding out this bullpen. So, honestly, I like the bullpen. I think the bullpen is fine where it's at. We'll see how good this starting rotation is going to be for them. I think that's, definitely right now what they're going to be might be their weakness. So, we'll see. But we are starting the season out here officially for these two teams. We're in the Snake Den in Tampa, Florida. And these home jerseys for the Vipers didn't change at all, but you're really going to get a good look at these away jerseys for the Raptors. Here's a review of this team's rankings last year. They were top 10 in every single pitching category, and in fact, 10th in home runs, but top 10 in all the other offensive categories as well. So honestly, their team, they didn't have like an amazing season in anything in particular, but I think they were just above average in everything basically last season, and they ended up being an average record-wise team. Here's Tanner Houck, and a 3.42 ERA for him last year, 181 innings. He was this team's ace technically, 162 strikeouts, so not a bad year for him. And then here's Brian De La Cruz, a 754 OPS with 7 homers and 45 RBIs last season. So here comes the third pitch of this game to De La Cruz, and it's crushed way back to center field. Brian De La Cruz, 3 pitches into the season, launching a home run, 442 feet to straightaway center, and it's 1-0 Seattle. Wow, just like that, the Raptors do not waste any time getting on the board for the first time this season. Man, only 7 dingers for De La Cruz last year as his team's leadoff hitter, and he's already got 1 here, his first swing of the campaign here in 2023. Wow, look at that swing. 442, that ball absolutely crushed midway up the seats there in center field. That ball was hammered. That's a strike 3. A pitch on the outside corner to Xander Bogaerts. Really love these away Seattle jerseys. They're so much cleaner with the white and the red sleeves and the red piping and everything. They're so nice. Juan Soto, last year is MVP in the American League with those 51 home runs and 122 RBIs. Had an unbelievable season. That's a fly ball, and that one near the wall, and it is caught right down in front of that warning track by Raul Tapia there in right field for out number 2. So here's Jared Walsh, coming off of a really good season last year, one of the top performers in baseball, 274 average and 841 OPS, 26 home runs and 86 RBIs. A very, very productive season, so looking to run it back here in 2023 right now for Jared Walsh. And I know it's kind of weird because in this league we're technically like a year behind, what actually is happening in real life. But that's just how it is. So that's a double here by Jared Walsh into the left field gap there and down the line. There was a shift being played on him, and he played the shift perfectly. That's a pop-up into foul territory. Racing over to make the catch is Tapia in right. So that'll end the inning. A couple of hits in that frame, but the big one, this home run by Brian De La Cruz immediately here this season, getting the Raptors offense going early. But here's Logan Webb, and he was having a really great season. He got hurt near the end of the last month of the season. He got hurt. He had 26 starts at a 3.02 ERA. Very, very good season last year by Logan Webb. Looking for a repeat year and to stay healthy for the whole season here. That's a ground ball to shortstop, and Bogaerts there does not make the play. The throw is in the dirt, and Walsh can't handle it. That's going to probably be an error. And we'll see the scoring. Yeah, the scorer's decision is an error on Bogarts there at short. As O'Neal Cruz is up, and, you know, maybe not the best defender out there at short, but Bogarts has improved his defense a lot over the course of his career. 2 strikes now on O'Neal Cruz here. And he is going to swing and miss on a slider way inside. That is a sword. I mean, kind of. I actually don't know. The sword is like if you swing at a really inside pitch. And he swung all the way through, and so I don't know if that counts as a sword technically in the official rulebooks, but that was a filthy pitch by Logan Webb, that's for sure, as that sinker misses to Spencer Torkelson, who takes first base on a walk. So now here is Byron Buxton, and I mean, we all know what he can do and is capable of out there in the outfield, and he actually was healthy last year and had a great season. That's a line drive right to the left fielder there. I actually don't know who that is out there in left. It is caught for the first out. Oh no, that's the second out of the inning, never mind. And I don't know, yeah, here's the lineup again. We already saw it, but the 253 average last season, that was 8th in the American League for the Vipers. Well, here's JT Realmuto, and he's going to take that slider. JT, one of the better catchers in the league, batted .277 with 22 homers and 73 ribbies last year. Pretty effective numbers for him. And so Luna's going to come at him here. Runners on the corners. 1-0 pitch to JT. It's a line drive! Speared by Urshela at third. Man, taken away a base hit. It was that close to getting Tampa Bay on the board. Well, here he is, Gio Urshela. Made that play to end the inning. 18 home runs and 62 RBIs. He only finished the year batting .236. 1-2 to him is a high slider that catches the zone for strike 3. An interesting location there by Tanner Houck. I mean, not a usual location for an off-speed pitch like that, but it gets the strikeout. And here's Yandy Diaz, who, you know, was a utility guy, kind of played more off the bench for this team last season. About a .255, over 700 OPS. And, you know, wasn't really that awful, honestly. Off the bench for the Raptors, he's now taking more of a step into the limelight and a starter role this season, and he strikes out right there on this pitch from Tanner Houck. So Diaz, I believe, was behind that one, and that was a much better second inning than the first. 1-0 bottom of the second. Here's DJ LeMahieu, finished last year with a .686 OPS, so he was below average offensively last year, and he's being paid a lot of money. He's got like I think he's getting paid over $20 million, so definitely want to see his production increase this year. Here's Kevin Pillar, 26 home runs and 76 RBIs. Those two numbers are pretty good. His average was alright. His OPS sat just over 700 last season. He's going to swing and miss at that pitch there, and Logan Webb gets another strikeout to end the second inning. I kind of lost track of the amount of strikeouts for both these pitchers, and probably won't be able to find how many these guys have had in this game, but that was a walk, and the bases are loaded here, so some traffic on the bags for Tanner Houck in this third inning. He's already at 59 pitches here. As the 1-0 is a slider that misses inside to Travis d'Arnaud, and 22 total pitches in this third inning for Tanner Houck. It's been a struggle here in this frame, and a little bit of an inconsistent beginning to his season right now, as that's on the corner! Huge pitch right there on the corner for strike 3. That was a monster K. And, yeah, I mean, Tanner Houck needed that one. So 4 hits for Seattle already here. But, I mean, they still only have 1 run. Still only up 1-0. Right on here at the bottom of the third inning. Here's Pedro Leon up for only the second time in this game. And he's going to swing and miss at a sinker there for strike 3. Okay, God, that it showed me how many he's got. That's the third one of the game for Logan Webb so far, who's just been carving these hitters up through the first time through this batting order right now. Here is O'Neal Cruz up again. And he's going to line that one right to Yanni Diaz. Oh, no, that's Bogarts. I don't know why I said Yanni Diaz there. But that is Xander Bogarts right at shortstop. So that'll end the third inning. That's another 1-2-3 frame. So on we go to the fourth inning now, and here's Nick Solak. Batted 286 last year. Had a really, really good breakout campaign for him as he's going to take a fastball there inside for ball 3. The count is full. The Gio is shallow, looming on deck. What does Huck come with here on this pitch? It's a sinker, and it misses below the zone for ball 4. And that's, you know, at least his second walk of this game right now. Another base runner. So here's Yanni Diaz. And Diaz is going to drive this ball into the gap. That one's down, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Nick Solak's got some speed. He's around third, and he's going to come home with no throw. Yanni Diaz delivering with a double into the gap. 2-0 Seattle. Well, you get him out of the starting lineup, and you put him into a bigger role, and he is going to come through right there in that big spot. As now is Brian De La Cruz up again. He swings right through that fastball for strike 2. We obviously know what he did in his first at-bat in this game. And 1-2 to him here now. It's a slider swung on and missed for the third strike. So Yanni Diaz with a big swing, though. And another hit for the Raptors, who's got 5 of them here. And now they got 2 runs. And right now with the way that they're seeing their ace pitch, they are in good shape. Here's Spencer Torkelson at the dish. And he's going to take that one outside. And that's his second walk already that he's had in this game. And at least the second one given up by a little bit. He might have had another walk earlier in this one. But here is Byron Buxton. Buxton here with a 1-0 pitch. It's a grounder, and it's right to third. It's a 2-hopper, and they're going to get a double play on Byron Buxton. I mean, that is about the only scenario that you will be able to turn a double play on a hitter with that kind of speed. As there's a little chopper right back to the mound, and that's a 1-2-3 fourth inning as well for Logan Webb, who has been just impeccable so far in this game.
Your attention, please.
So, wow, okay, only 4 innings for Tanner Houck in this one. I mean, he had given up 5 hits and at least 2 walks, so, yeah, I mean, it might be a little bit of a quick plug, but we'll see how it works out as Tim Cate is going to come out of the bullpen. And this is his first Major League appearance here in the top of the 5th inning. So, yeah, not a great opening day appearance for Tanner Houck tonight. That's a ground ball, and it's going to go up the middle, and I think it bounced off of the second base bag or something there. That was very strange. I don't really know what happened exactly there, but I think it hit off the bag at second base. So anyway, it's a base hit. Here's Juan Soto now, and Juan Soto's going to ground one into right field for another single. So back-to-back knocks here to begin the 5th inning. Now it's Jared Walsh again, and Walsh will foul that changeup there. That was a pretty hittable location. A double back in the first inning for him, as now 0-2 pitch and here. That's the count. And here it comes. It's a swing and a drive! Jared Walsh crushes it to right field, and he leaves the yard. It is gone. 3-run jack. And it's a 5-0 lead now for the Raptors. Showing off the power, and they keep extending this lead here on opening day. And that was a no-doubter. 2 bombs right here. I mean, the first one, 442, 431 on the distance on that swing. Wow, way over the total wall out there in right field, halfway up the seats. I would be fair to call that a absolutely disastrous outing right there from Tim Cate, who doesn't even get an out and gives up 3 runs. Yikes. Well, here's Gavin Williams, and there's a look at his stats again. 55, 59, 51, and 59 on his for 9s. 82 velocity there at 96 miles an hour. And, well, he's got the first 2 outs in this inning cleanly, and now it's a pop-up over down the third baseline that is caught by Pedro Leon, and so Gavin Williams gets through his first inning of work, 1-2-3. But man, Jared Walsh, I mean, that's an interesting animation. I've never actually seen that one from him there. It looks a little bit unnatural, I'm going to be honest, him just putting the bat down really quickly like that. But either way, that was a no-doubt home run and a 5-0 Seattle lead. Still 5-0. We're in the 6th inning now, and that is ball 4. So there's a walk, and, you know, okay, Gavin Williams so far has gotten 4 outs cleanly. Now he's got a base runner to contend with, and here's Xander Bogaerts. 291 average, 108 RBIs last year for him. Had a really good season, as that is a slider. Kind of a dangerous location right there to hit it like that, but he takes it for some reason, and now the count is at 0-2. And it's a slider! Strike 3. First strikeout in the Major League career for Gavin Williams. Congratulations to him there, the 23-year-old rookie getting his first strikeout in 2 innings of really good relief. So we're in the bottom of the 6th here, and there's a swing, a fly ball over to left, and it's still moving. It is the left fielder, and that was Nick Solak. Yeah, that might be Nick Solak out there in left field. He makes that grab to end the 6th inning. My goodness, Logan Webb has been unreal in this game. 6 shutouts and shutdown innings.
Leading off for
So
Seattle.
we're in the top of the 7th inning now. Here he is, Juan Soto, 2 for 3 on the day. As that curveball misses, I did lower his stats, by the way, going into this year a little bit, so he's not a 99 overall anymore, but I still would expect him to do well, obviously, this season. He's still like a 90-plus overall. He's going to swing and drive this one into center, and it is gone! Wow, it is off of the glove, I think, of Byron Buxton in center field, who almost robbed him. But Juan Soto continuing right where he left off last year and has had a 3-for-4 day. Wow, look at this play again here. Buxton on the move. Wow, he timed that jump perfectly, and I do believe it actually hit off of his glove. Wow, that is an interesting play right here. Let's take one more look at it in instant replay and see exactly what happened here with this baseball. And yeah, we're going to zoom in on this here. I like the blue and red glove that Buxton has, but it did, in fact, bounce right off of Byron Buxton's glove in center. Man, it just spread his glove out a little bit further. That would have been a home run robbery. So we're in the top of the 7th inning now, and Gavin Williams does give up his first run of his Major League career, but he's going to come right back and get his second strikeout here on Jared Walsh. High fastball there. Perfect pitch, pumped it right bottom. Actually, a little early on that one was Walsh. And here's Nick Solak, ground ball. Picked up at third base. The throw across by Torkelson is in time. And overall, good 3 innings by Gavin Williams in his Major League debut. But, man, where is the offense here? We're in the 7th inning stretch. The Vipers have nothing there on the scoreboard. Or the hit company, in fact. So here's Spencer Torkelson to lead the 7th inning off. 276 average, 28 home runs, and 88 RBIs last year. And it's interesting to look at. That's another strikeout here, swing and a miss. Interesting to look at the playoff predictions down there, scrolling by. The Honey Badgers predicted with 94 wins, the Vandals 84, Diablos 89, Firebirds at 92, and the Bison at 88 and 74. So those are interesting predictions to look at here. But now it's a 3-1 to Byron Buxton. That sinker is outside for ball 4. One down here in the 7th inning, and I mean, that's the 4th walk, I think, in the game by Logan Webb, but I mean, still has been unbelievable in this one. Here is JT Milamoto. And there's a line drive! It's over the glove of the first baseman. And, well, actually, if Byron Buxton didn't have 99 speed, he might have been out at second there. But that is a hit, and that's the first one of the season for the Tampa Bay Vipers. So 6.1, no 8 innings by Logan Webb. The no-hitter is broken up. That's a ground ball stopped by Logan Webb. Nice play, but that's an out there, number 2 in the inning here. Runners are going to move up to second and third, and this is the best scoring chance we've seen the Vipers have all day long. So here's Ronald Tapia, and Tapia is going to fly this one to left. Long run. Solak will get this one. It's going to bounce into the outfield here, and it's going to bring home 2 runs. So the no-hitter broken up in this 7th inning, and so is the shutout, as Ronald Tapia scores the first Vipers runs of 2023. There's a ground ball, and that one's stopped. Throw to first is in time. Nice play to end the inning there by Xander Bogaerts. So Tampa Bay does finally get on the hit and the score column here, but still down 4 runs as we go into the bottom of the 8th inning now. Here's John Curtis, 107 innings last year, 2.86 ERA and a 1.08 whip. I mean, had a really, really good campaign last year, 66 strikeouts, as Pedro Leon leading off the bottom of the 8th inning here. And 0-2, and swung on and missed. Slider at the bottom of the zone for strike 3. 2 down in the inning here. Torkelson's going to ground it over to shortstop, and Bogaerts has got that one easily. That ends the 8th inning, and the Vipers here do not get any closer. They're still down by 4, and now we're in quick managing here, trying to get to the end of this game a little quicker. A base hit by De La Cruz, a walk by Bogaerts. Well, here's Juan Soto, and he's going to add on to his incredible opening day performance tonight. He now has a 4 for 5 line, as it is now 7-2. 1 out in the inning. That is a ball. Okay. Ball 4 apparently. John Curtis. I mean, that was in the strike zone in my eyes. Down on the score and on the strike zone area there. But here's Tapia anyway. 1-2. Pitch, swing and a miss. Man, 2-seamer. Way outside. And now Tampa Bay down their last out here of this game. Here's Kevin Pillar, 1 for 3 day, fly ball, shallow, caught by Brian De La Cruz, and that's the end of the night. And this one is over. Seattle wins their season opener here in 2023. Perfect 1-0 on the season, and a pretty dominant victory overall. Logan Webb was really good in this one. 7 pretty brilliant innings for him tonight. And Tanner Houck struggled a little bit. I mean, he gave up a lot of base runners, but the long ball was working in this one for Seattle. A home run by De La Cruz, a home run by Jared Walsh, a home run by Juan Soto as well tonight, who had a 4 for 5 day overall on the afternoon. And there's a look at the first hit of the game that came in the 7th inning for the Vipers. They end up with 4 hits overall on the day. That's the end of the night in this one. Logan Webb, 7 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 runs. I mean, an excellent performance. Not a lot on this line for the Tampa Bay Vipers tonight. JT Limuto got half of the hits in this one. Tapia got that hit and the only 2 RBIs of the night, and Kevin Pillar also had a hit in this one as well. Tanner Houck tonight's only 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs allowed, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Tim Cate did not get it out and gave up 3 runs. Yikes. An infinite ERA. Williams, 3 innings, 1 run allowed, a walk, 2 strikeouts. Not a bad day by him at all, and a run given up by Ryan Harper as well. So Seattle's offense was way better here, and they had a lot of guys stand out. Brian De La Cruz, 2 for 4 day with a homer and RBI. Xander Bogaerts, 2 for 4 as well. And 4 for 5 day for Juan Soto tonight with 2 RBIs, including a big home run. Jared Walsh, a double and a homer, 3 RBIs. Travis Giannone did not have a hit, neither did Solak or Urshela. Yanni Diaz, a double and an RBI. Ronaldo Torres did not have a hit either. And then there's the line for the pitchers. Logan Webb, 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, a 2.57 ERA. And John Curtis, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So really good pitching in this one for Seattle. So that is the end of that game here. And now we move over to another opening day game and the season. And technically the opener, the franchise opener for the Charlotte Pilots. I mean, they haven't changed cities, but they have changed jerseys and logos. And this team is probably going to be pretty bad this year. They're ranked 30th in the league, and that's for a pretty good reason. Their pitching is not very good. I mean, Framil Valdez is their ace going into this season, and he's an 83 overall. I mean, he's not a bad pitcher by any means, but certainly not really what you consider ace material. And then you got Nestor Cortez, who pitched 173 innings last year and was pretty good, 3.69 ERA, 1.26 whip, not too bad. And then you got Austin Garber there, pitching in the 3rd spot. And then Carlos Martinez. And there's a look at his stats, a 3.64 ERA last year with a 1.29 whip, not a terrible year for him. And then Paul Stevenson, who they got in a trade with the Nashville Stars. Remember, this was the trade. This was who they got in return for Clayton Kershaw when they dealt him. And Stevenson, I mean, rookie year this year, like his stats quite a bit. 62 and 61 and 63. The hit and the K and the walk per nine are very good for him. His pitching clutch is not very good. And so we'll see how he does this year. But I'm pretty excited to see what he can do. Matthew Thompson, rookie year for him. Pitched 3 innings. That didn't go that great last year for him. And then you got Cole Winn, a 60 overall long reliever. He's making his rookie campaign this year as well. And then the rest of the bullpen, Colby Allard, Jose Alvarado, Luis Cesa, 70 overall, Luis Avalon, 72 overall, Tyler Wells, the setup man, and then Kenley Jansen, this team's closer. And Kenley Jansen, I mean, I don't really see any scenario where he's not going to be traded this year for the Charlotte Pilots team. I think it's, I mean, that is one of maybe a not exactly totally surefire thing that will happen, but definitely in the air is a trade for him sometime this year. And then you go to the lineup, and a lot of new guys, a lot of new faces in this lineup for the Charlotte Pilots. Almost a whole new team for them. C.J. Abrams, a potential 73 overall, 22 years of age, 60 in both his contact ratings. Not a lot of power, but 60 vision, 37 discipline, and some of those clutch numbers. So, his defense is a good strong suit for him. And Frazier comes over from the Columbus Blues, or the Chicago Blue Sox. And then you got Luis Robert, who is now their superstar that this team is going to try and build around. Batting 3rd, Manuel Margot, batting 4th, and I don't know where he played last year. He's coming over from Atlanta, right, where he was kind of a backup outfielder for them. Trevor Larnach, this is, I think he's had some Major League experience. 71 overall, 61 and 58 numbers versus righties, 41 and 48 numbers versus lefties. And he hasn't actually played in a couple of years, but, B potential, 71 overall. And they have KJ Harrison. Defense is not that great, but 53, 64, 56, 59 contact and power ratings there. Lower discipline at 30, 50, lower vision at 30, and 50 vision. Excuse me, I'm confusing those two stats. 50 discipline. Only B potential and only a 66 overall, so we'll see how he does. And then you got Trey Sweeney, played a little bit last year, but he's also going to be a rookie. B potential 71 overall. Pretty even hitting ratings across the board for him. And then you got Jordan Lawler, who was a rookie last year, 75 overall, his second season. And then their catcher is Jacob Nottingham. 73 contact versus lefties is good. 60 power versus righties, and 60 power, 61 versus lefties. So the power numbers for him are not too terrible at all. So that's that lineup, and it's definitely a lot of new faces there. As you go over to the Oklahoma City Bison, we got Merrifield leading it off like last year. Hernan Perez, Manny Machado, At the number 3 spot, Brandon Lau at number 4. Jock Peterson batting 5th. And then Alex Dickerson, they got him from Atlanta, I believe, in 66 and 64 contact ratings. 75 power versus lefties, which is really good. And yeah, coming over from Kansas City. What am I saying? Coming over from the Monarchs and looking to be a big offensive boost for this team. Then you got Sean Murphy, their catcher, and then Andrew Vaughn looking to build off of a really pretty good season last year for him. And then Novan Marte, who's already a 76 overall, 21 years old. This guy is, this might be the season that he turns kind of into a superstar and really starts to excel. I hope that is the case for him this year. Albert Poisson is on the bench. I don't want him to be. I called him down to AA. But anyway, 58 and 61 contact ratings. His defense is really, really good. And so he's definitely going to favor and go into this team at some point very soon, but not right now. And they got Tyler Soderstrom. The catching ratings for him, defensively, not great. But, 52 contact stats there. And he's a good prospect catcher. And then Rolly Rosado was a draft pick from last year. 50 and 53 contact ratings. And basically even player there across the board. And only 18 years old. A really promising young guy there. Then you got Sammy Siani, who is the other player that they got in the trade for Clayton Kershaw, 68 overall. So, this farm system isn't terrible, and they have some guys in this farm system going into this next season. But, their offense right now, just a lot of young guys, a lot of inexperience in this team's lineup. And, their pitching is probably not going to be very good. It's going to be a struggle for them on the pitching front. And so, I don't expect Charlotte to do much this year. This is definitely a rebuilding year for them right now. But the Oklahoma City Bison, they have some high expectations. I think this is a team that's going to fight for a playoff spot going into this year. They did finish last in the AL West, but it was a very competitive division. They were top, 6 in batting average, 6 in home runs, second in RBIs, 6 in hits. So their offense was excellent last year. One of the better ones in baseball. Their pitching was okay. It was average to below average in some spots. But here's Max Fried, this team's ace, and 32 starts last year for him, 11-11 record, a 3.62 ERA, 1.21 WHIP. And here's C.J. Abrams, his first plate appearance in the major leagues right here against Max Fried. And it's a 2-2 slider that misses below the knees for ball 4. For ball 3. The count now full to C.J. Abrams. Who, might have some growing pains. There's a slider that is high, swung on and missed. And maybe not the location you want if you're Max Fried here, but he ends up getting the strikeout regardless. Way late on that pitch, it looks like with C.J. Abrams. So that's out number 1. Love these. These OKC jerseys are not any different than what they were last year, but all the orange shoes that Max Fried is wearing, blending in perfectly to the uniform there. 262 average, 690 OPS, 13 home runs, and 68 RBIs. For Adam Frazier for Chicago last year. 1-1 pitch to him from Fried is a swing and a ball crushed. Frazier out to deep right field, and that ball is gone. Wow, Adam Frazier wasting no time. His first swing as a Charlotte Pilot is a home run. 1-0 here in the first. Striking early here tonight. Man, and Adam Frazier, a below average hitter last year for Chicago, looking to kind of come in here and revitalize his game a little bit. That was a bomb. 396 on the distance, down the line, in right. Wow. 2 down in the inning. Here's Manuel Margot, and he does not go all around on a fastball. That's a strike. 251 average, 11 home runs, 34 RBIs as a backup outfielder for Atlanta last year. An 8-year career with 4 different teams. As 0-2, that's a shattered bat that is in the infield. That bat went a long way in the infield, but it is out number 1. or not number 3 in the first inning in the end of the first, but not before Adam Frazier launches a homer down the line. I like the ankle guard there, the green ankle guard with his jersey, which, white, and then you got the green piping down the side, the orange sleeves and shoulders. Really like this team's helmets. These road helmets are really cool. And I do like these road uniforms a lot. I think their home ones are slightly better, but these road uniforms are really good regardless. Febo Valdez last year, 12-12 record, 3.84 ERA and over 200 innings pitched. So again, he's not an awful starter. He doesn't have awful numbers or anything, but he's really a number 2 or number 3 in most other starting rotations in baseball. But for this team, he is the ace. So 3-1, it's a fly ball, and that one's pretty deep out there, and Perez drives it all the way over the glove of Manny Margot in center. I believe that is who that was out there in center field, and that's going to be a ground rule double. Yeah, that is Margot up there in center. So, man on second base in scoring position here for Manny Machado.
The third baseman,
You know what he can do when he's capable of. One of the best players in all the league. At 290 average, 882 OPS, 33 bombs and 99 RBIs last year. Excellent numbers. And I mean, just shy of that century mark for the Ribbies. That was a not a good swing right there on a inside and high curveball.
batting fourth.
Man, Manny Machado, I mean, I think gets fooled at a pitch like that very often and way late on that pitch. I mean, not that there's anything that you can do with that pitch anyway. But here is a 2-2 to Brandon. Wow, it's another swing and a miss. So walking around the double and ending the first inning with a couple of strikeouts right there is Valdez. So we are in the top of the second inning. And here's Trevor Warnick, 2-1. That is a fastball that clips the inside part of the zone, and Trevor does not agree. No, I mean, I get it. That one was very borderline. Also, here is a 3-2. As that's a swing and a miss at the four-seamer, and that's strike 3. Max Fried, second strikeout of the day. Here's KJ Harrison, the rookie. And the first pitch is a swing and a ball driven to deep right field. Oh my goodness, the first pitch that KJ Harrison sees in the majors is a home run. Wow. Number 1 in the career for KJ Harrison, jumping all over Max Fried's first pitch. And we are tied at 1. Or no, it's 2-0 Charlotte now in the second inning. Unreal. What a storybook start to your Major League career. KJ Harrison. First pitch is over the wall. And you see where that one landed, just to the left of the seats out there in right field. Unreal. Here's Trey Sriney. He's going to swing and miss at a fastball for strike 3. So Max Fried does recover, gets a strikeout right away as Jared Nottingham is coming up. And, Nottingham, I mean, this is back in 2022 when he last played. 205 average and 13 home runs, 36 RBI. So not good numbers from the last time that we saw him in the majors. That's a fastball swung on and missed. But, I mean, really no chillers. This is what Charlotte has got to go with. But, man, what a story here. KJ Harrison's first pitch in the big leagues is a home run. That is pretty special right there. Middle of the second inning here now, bottom of the second. Here's Alex Dickerson. Yeah, he's going to ground that ball right back up the middle, back where it came from for a base hit. So there's the first one of the year for Alex Dickerson, the first one for him in an OKC uniform. Now here's Sean Murphy, and Murphy's going to swing and miss at a curveball there at his knees. And Murphy last year 777 OPS, and honestly, really good year. Those are good numbers for him as a catcher. He had a good year. That's a line drive and a base hit in the center field. And all the way to third goes Alex Dickerson as the throw is offline. And so men are at the corners now. Only one man out. Here's Andrew Vaughn. And he's going to swing that curveball and drive it over the glove of the first baseman. And that's going to score a runner on here. As to third base goes Sean Murphy. And OKC here on the board, and now 2-1. And yeah, that curveball not in a good location at all. As here's Novan Marte. And Novan Marte is going to swing at a curveball down the middle. That's going to score Murphy, and it's going to get past Margot in center. As scoring from first base, and all the way to third goes Novan Marte. Vaughn comes in from first. It's a triple for the youngster, Novan Marte. Wow. Line drive right into the gap, and yeah, now an amazing route to the ball by Margot, who spills out in center. And I'm telling you, man, Novan Marte, this might be a breakout season for him. This might be the year that he really starts taking the league over, and he's going to score on this ground ball and on the ground out there to make it 4-2. So OKC here has got 4 runs in this inning, and he's now Hernan Perez. 1-for-1 with a double earlier in the game. And Valdez already with 50 pitches. And there's a line drive. That's going to be another single. The inning continues. We keep going here in the second, as now it's Manny Machado. Machado at the dish, a 2-2 to him. Another ground ball, nobody's there. In right field, it's going to go to right, and, man, Machado and Perez keep the inning alive here with 2 outs. Now it's Brandon Lau, and Brandon Lau's going to swing and drive a curveball into right field. Stopping at third base, though, is the runner. Okay, they did not want to try and test the right fielder here to get Hernan Perez home. But, man, 3 hits in a row, and now it's Jock Peterson. 2-0, and that sinker is below the knees. I mean, nowhere for Valdez to put him in. This has been a disastrous second inning right now by Frambo Valdez. 3-1 is ball 4. So a walk, and Jock Peterson is going to get his first RBI of the year, and OKC is going to score their first run, or their 5th run of the inning. So here's Dickerson, 1-for-1 already in this game. Ground ball to shortstop, and that is finally going to end the second inning. Wow, a brutal frame right there as Frambo Valdez gives up 5 runs and like 6 or 7 hits in that second inning. That was, yikes. Okay, now we're in the top of the third, and the Pilots here down by 3. All of a sudden, that's a strike 3 called to C.J. Abrams. That's already his second strikeout of his career here and of this game. As here's Adam Frazier. 1-for-1 at that crazy bit long solo home run in the first inning. As that's a fly ball, and it's pretty deep center field as it's caught by the center fielder, who is Whit Merrifield for this ball club. So that is the end of the top of the third. We now go to the bottom half. Here's Sean Murphy. 1-for-1, singled and scored back in that second inning, and he's already leading off the third. Round ball, and that one's through. Abrams can't get to it, and it's another hit. Well, second one of the game for Sean Murphy already, and the 9th one given up by Frambo Valdez in this game. He has just struggled. 2 innings, 5 runs already. 74 pitches, and this has been a 10-pitch at-bat. 11th pitch coming up is a swing and a fly ball, and it's not caught. Well, off the glove of the right fielder. Actually might be Manuel Margot. Margot might be in right. Oh, Luis Robert is probably in center. I was getting those guys confused. Sorry about that, but that is a double by Andrew Vaughn. And Margot, I mean, that's a tough play, so you know, you don't really, that's not going to be an error, but, wow, this is just a bad opening day start. Frambo Valdez struggling big time in this game. man, wipe this one clean. I mean, you got to start your season the next time you come to the mound, basically, because tonight was just a pretty terrible outing for him in this one. He's out already in the third inning is Matthew Thompson. 30 innings pitched last year, 5.58 ERA, so definitely had his struggles last season. But here's Novin Marte, had that triple last time, and he's going to get an RBI here. It is caught. Wow, right in front of the wall, and Luis Robert might have robbed a home run there above Marte, and they actually get the out of third base with the runner trying to tag up as well. I don't really know why they decided to try and tag up the runner there, but a good positioning by the third baseman. I believe that is Clint Frazier there at third base. There's a pop-up, and underneath it is the third baseman making the play there. And yeah, that is Frazier at third to end the inning. But another run for OKC. 10 hits in just 3 innings in this game. My man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with this Charlotte pitching staff. Is just, I mean, you don't. Yeah, I don't think you want to expect a lot of amazing things from this pitching this year for the Pilots. There's a line drive by Luis Robert, and that one's down and off of the wall, and Robert is going to go up to second base with a double. Is it Robert or Robert? I think he said that. I think he clarified that he wants people to say the T in the name. I'm not exactly sure, but that's a fly ball and tag up from Robert, and he is going to go into third base. I want to be consistent with how I'm saying his name, so I hope I was just sticking with Robert. But either way, 2 down, well, 1 down in the inning. Now Trevor Larnach, and this is a golden RBI opportunity for Trevor right here. 1-1 pitch, ground ball, and there goes Luis, and he's going to score easily there. That's a RBI ground out by Trevor Larnach. Good job for him there, and Charlotte gets a run back. They're down by 3. It's KJ Harrison again. I mean, faced one pitch and absolutely crushed it last time up. And that's only the 3rd pitch he's seen in the major. There's a ground ball down the 3rd baseline, and that's going to be an out. Really good play, actually, by Manny Machado there at 3rd base. So that ends the top of the 4th inning. The Pilots got 3 runs and 3 hits now on the day. Thompson's still going in the 4th. Here's Manny Machado. He is going to swing and miss for the 2nd time tonight. Nice pitch by Matthew Thompson to get one of the most dangerous hitters in baseball out right there. And yeah, that curveball, definitely not where you want the curveball there. Don't throw that pitch to Manny Machado again, but good pitches after that curveball there to get the strikeout. It's A.J. Abrams 0 for 2 on the day! Strike 3. Man, okay, he's got the sombrero, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. And maybe the sombrero, his golden sombrero has 4 strikeouts in the game, I think. But either way, yeah, nice. Not a great debut for C.J. Abrams so far. As that's the end of the top of the 5th inning, and Charlotte there held that they don't score. Here's Sean Murphy for a successful day so far, 2 for 2 tonight. So on this one, and that's a swing and a miss. Good curveball by Matthew Thompson there in the dirt to get the strikeout. So there's 2 down in the inning, and Thompson's got at least a couple of Ks here. And here's Andrew Vaughn, a 2 for 2, a double, a single, and a ribby. Here's a 2-0, and it's a ground ball to 3rd base. There's Frazier making the play to end the 5th inning. So, okay, the runs have slowed down a little bit here as we've kept going in this game. Here's Luis Robert there. There's a ground ball, and it's actually underneath the glove of Machado at 3rd. I'm not sure what really happened there. I mean, that ball was absolutely smoked, and they actually give an error to Manny Machado at 3rd base. Okay. I don't know how much I actually agree with that. That was, yeah, I mean, he was in the position to make the play, but that was hit really hard. Either way, now it's Margot at the plate, and Marty Margot is going to get hit by a pitch. So he's on base the hard way, and there's 2 down and 2 on and nobody out for Trevor Larnach. Had that RBI ground out last time. 1-2 pitch. It's a swing and a miss. High four-seam fastball for strike 3. Max Fried with his 7th of the game. Here's KJ Harrison at the plate again for his 3rd at bat. 1-2 pitch. It's a sinker. Crushed and flowing deep into center field. Merrifield is at the wall, and it's gone! KJ Harrison with his 2nd of the day! And his 2nd of his career! Wow, a 3-run jack to tie the game at 6 here in the 6th inning. How about the rookie making an immediate, incredibly important impact here so far? 417 on the distance. Absolutely crushed. 45% chance to win now for Charlotte. The game is tied. Unreal. Well, how about that for your Major League debut? 4 RBIs in his first 3 at-bats. So here's now Trey Sweeney. And now Trey Sweeney's going to drive this ball into the gap. And that one's down. And it's going to bounce off the wall. And Trey Sweeney has got himself a double. I mean, not his first Major League hit. He did play a little bit last year for the Cougars. But, yeah, hoping that he can be in more of a starter role. I don't know why they kept Max Fried in this game for so long. I kind of figured after you give up the 2 base runners to start this inning, they probably should have taken him out. They pushed him a little bit too much, and he ends up giving up 6 runs in only 5 innings. So call the bullpen is finally made, and out of the bullpen comes Tanner Tully. Exactly 200 pounds and 6 foot. Some even numbers there for his bio. But he actually has not had any Major League innings yet, so this is technically his Major League debut. And Jacob Nottingham at the plate, and Jacob Nottingham is going to crush this ball down the line, and it is there! And gone! Jacob Nottingham crushing a ball down the left field line. Charlotte's got the lead here in the 6th inning. Man, a back and forth ball game and a 5-run 6th now for Charlotte. Look where this ball went. Wow, just inside of that foul pole there in left field. Just barely a home run. The ball crushed nonetheless. And now here's C.J. Abrams. And Abrams is going to drive this ball into the outfield. There it is. That ball falls in for a base hit. C.J. Abrams struck out his first 3 times in his Major League career, but there is his first hit in the big leagues. Congratulations to C.J. Abrams. Wipes away a little bit of, the struggles that he was facing earlier on in the night. At least he clears that hurdle and clears that milestone for him in his Major League career. Man, a lot of firsts in this game for some of these hitters on this lineup. And a good look at that first swing for the first hit for C.J. Abrams in his career. That is a swing and a miss. Fraser down on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning. And, I was talking about how this offense might struggle to score some runs this year. And they have put up 8 runs here in their first 6 innings this season. So, kind of showing me up a little bit on that. I mean, obviously it's just 1 game, so they're not going to be scoring this many runs all the time. But that is strike 3 to Louis Robert. And that is the first strikeout for Tanner Tully in his Major League career right there. Right on the corner. Good pitch for him. He does give up the home run. But, man, Charlotte now 5-run, top of the 6th inning. And they now lead this game 8-6. There's Nelson Marte, 1 for 1 with a triple and 4 RBIs in this game. The Pilots, Blue Sox, and Scorpions topping the prospect rankings for the year. There, as you saw on the bottom of the screen. So that is interesting. And yeah, Charlotte up there, and they need it. They need all the help they can get. That ball is crushed by Whit Merrifield, and that one is a home run. Wow, Whit Merrifield launching one into left center field, and it is a 1-run game here now in the bottom of the 6th. I believe it's still the 6th inning, but now 8-7. And yeah, Whit Merrifield last year was really big for him. He had 60 stolen bases last year. That was a really incredible number. And the 387-foot bomb right there. Matthew Thompson giving up his first run of the season here. As that strike one. And Manny Machado struck out a couple of times in this game. 1 for 3 overall tonight. So probably going to be the last inning for Matthew Thompson today. He's at 49 pitches. This is his 50th of the outing here. And it's a ground ball down the line. Frazier's got it. It's fair. And that is out number 3. So Matthew Thompson, not too bad there out of the bullpen after a pretty disastrous start by Framber Valdez tonight. But the Bison get their 11th hit, and they are a run closer. Man, a high-scoring slugfest here on opening day in OKC. So 8-7 as we go into the top of the 7th inning. And here's Manny Margot. 0 for 2 hit by a pitch, scoring a run earlier in the game. And here's Jonathan Weisiger. 4.05 ERA, 1.7 whip in 66.2 innings. The whip is definitely high for him. As there's a sinker on the corner for strike 3. Margot does not think so. That was a really close pitch. Very borderline. But I do think it did catch the strike zone. Yeah, there was that sinker there just out on the zone for strike 3. Well, here's KJ Harrison again, and that's a slurve that KJ Harrison probably should have crushed it there, but what a day for him. 2 for 3, couple of homers and 4 RBIs. Here's a line drive down the line and fair, and into left field. KJ Harrison adding on to another hit for him, adding on to an excellent opening day start here and Major League debut. He's now 3 for 4 on the night. Well, that's just impressive. Now it's Trey Sweeney at the dish. 1 for 3, doubled and scored a run last time up. It's a ground ball, and there's one out there at second, and the out at first. A double play to end the top of the 7th inning. Well, that's a big and important 0 put up here in this inning. 11 hits by both teams here tonight. Here's Colby Allard, 36 innings for him, a 2.97 ERA and a 1.05 whip. Had a good regular season last year, and making his first start this season. Here's Alex Dickerson. 0 for 2, the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Good pitch there by Allard, and Dickerson, no real chance, way late on that one. And so for some reason, I don't really know why the CPU did this here, but the other guy just faced 3 batters, and then they took him out of the game immediately, and now they bring in Luis Cessa. As Luis Cessa is going to induce a pop-up here in shallow outfield that Manny Margot will make the catch on, but I don't know why you don't just let Colby Allard finish that inning off. I mean, he only had 16 pitches. It's not like he had low stamina or anything. But I guess they wanted to put Luis Cessa in the game a little early. Maybe for a matchup reason. I'm not sure. But either way, we're in the top of the 8th inning now. And here's Jacob Nottingham. Good start to his campaign here. A guy that you don't really know what to expect out of him. In the starting catcher position for this team. He's going to strike out, though, on that pitch by Weisiger in the dirt.
Now batting, shortstop.
So 1 down here in this 8th. 2 out in the inning now. Here's A.J. Abrams. Got that first Major League hit last time up. He's going to hit this one, and that one's going to drop on in as well. So A.J. Abrams got his 2nd Major League hit here into left field. First pitch now to the next hitter, and as there's a stolen base attempt here, and the throw is low, and that is going to be a stolen base for C.J. Abrams. He's got 88 speed. And that's number 1 for him in his Major League career. First stolen base for C.J. Abrams. So yeah, I mean, overall, a pretty successful Major League debut for him, I would say. And here's Adam Frazier. That's a sinker there for ball 3. And the count now 3-0. So Weisiger trying to locate here before He loses him, and a 3-0 is not really that close. It's a low sinker. Ball 4. Man, there's another base runner. A lot of base runners in this game, in this high-scoring affair. Here's Luis Robert now again. Fly ball. That's deep. Near the outfield. Near the... yeah, he's into the dirt now at this point, but the catch is made out there in left. And that ball was hit hard, but no runs there. A big 0 by Loiziga there in the top of the 8th. So here's Andrew Vaughn in the bottom half of the 8th. The double, single, and an RBI for him in this ball game. And he actually had a below 700 OPS last year. Trying to improve on that this year. That's a drive down the line. It's foul. Man, 5.1 feet outside the pole in right field. And nearly a bomb by Andrew Vaughn. As that fastball misses, it's in the dirt. And a favorable count here for Andrew Vaughn here, 3-1. Here it comes from Sesa, and this one down the left field line now. This one's gonna stay fair. That one is a home run. 3rd hit of the game for Andrew Vaughn, and a game-tying homer. 8-8 here in the 8th. Man, back and forth we go here in this ball game tonight. And Andrew Vaughn adding on to a really incredible opening day. Man, and I mean, left fielder here didn't even move. Trevor Lonick just stayed still because he knew that one was gone. No doubter. Hernan Perez having a good game here tonight as well. 2 for 3 on the afternoon. That's a pop-up. Foul territory. KJ Harrison there making the catch in foul ground to end the 8th inning. But man, we're going to go into the 9th. I mean, much as basically as even as you can get. 8 runs for both teams on 12 hits. Man, what a ball game here on opening day as we go to the 9th.
Your attention.
OKC is going to bring out Richard Rodriguez. I think he maybe could have brought somebody who had a little bit better stats last year. 50 innings and a 5.4 ERA, 1.42 whip. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with this pitching choice here, but he's got the first 2 outs of the inning perfectly fine. KJ Harrison is up, though. 3 for 4 on the day. Ground ball. Nice stop by the second baseman, but there's not going to be a play at first base. It's another hit for KJ Harrison. Unbelievable. 4 for 5 tonight with 2 home runs and 2 singles. What an MLB debut for KJ Harrison. And I mean, a nice stop, but yeah, by the time they kicked away from him there's not really time to make a play. There's a drive by Trey Sweeney. That one's into the gap and off the wall. Harrison is going to round third. There's not going to be a throw to the plate. KJ Harrison scores, and Trey Sweeney delivers in the 9th inning. The Pilots take the lead again. Wow, look at that ball crushed down the line, and I'm not sure why there wasn't a throw to home. And there was, I mean, maybe you don't get the runner out, but you at least make a play attempt there in that situation. It would have probably been close at home. But man, that's a big swing by Sweeney. Now 1-1 in Nottingham is crushed. This one to right field, and Jacob Nottingham's got his second of the day. This one even further. I think this is actually about the same distance as his first bomb of the afternoon. Way more into fair territory this time, and it's an 11-8 Charlotte lead. Man, 11 runs and 14 hits, I believe, in this game. I mean, okay. I mean, Charlotte's offense is not going to be doing this every single day, but my goodness, they have been effective in this game. They have been popping off. The long ball has been a huge part of this ball game tonight. And man, Jacob Nottingham making an impression as a new starting catcher for this team as Reed Detmers comes on out. 31 innings of 4.31 ERA in that pitch, and that moves it. 3 in. Now that's another strikeout. That's the 4th one for CJ Abrams tonight. But I mean, he's got a couple of hits and a stolen base. But yeah, I mean, maybe the decision to bring out Rodriguez in that 9th inning I mean, he got the first 2 outs fine, but then collapsed after that. 15 hits, 11 runs. There's Kenley Jansen, 38 saves and 49 opportunities last year, 55.2 innings, a 3.88 ERA, and a 1.35 WHIP. And I mean, again, barring Kenley Jansen just absolutely imploding this year, he's going to be traded on this team, and he'll be in a new team either by the trade deadline or before. So here's Manny Machado. Manny Machado is going to crush this ball to right field, and he flips the bat down because that ball is gone. Man, another no-down homer. That one went 438 on the distance, maybe the longest one of this game that we've seen so far. And it is now a 2-run game here in the ninth. Man, I mean, Machado's starting off his season hot and starting it off in the right way. You see the stars, arrows. This team game actually is predicting the Rattlers to win the NL West this year, which is interesting. But man, how about that? I mean, 11-9. There's a line drive. That is quite 2 man will go. We just have to move over a couple of steps to make that catch. So there's out number 2, and OKC here down to their last out in this wild back and forth affair. With Alex Dickerson, 1 for 4 day for him, and that's a 2-seamer that is fouled back. The count now moving to 2-2, and OKC down to their last strike. Here comes the 2-2 to Dickerson. It is swung on and missed. Cutaway inside for strike 3. And Charlotte holds on to win this bowl game. A crazy slugfest here on opening day. And the Pilots get a win here 11-9. Look at that box score. Both teams 5-run innings in this game. And, I mean, just a ridiculous day for some of these hitters, including that guy, KJ Harrison, who had an unbelievable opening day and unbelievable MLB debut tonight. So, home run by Andrew Vaughn as well. Trey Sweeney, that was the massive 9th inning double. That was the biggest hit overall of the night for either team. Although the extra insurance by Jacob Nottingham was actually definitely needed in the 9th inning because of the home run by the home run by Manny Machado. But what a game. KJ Harrison, yeah, player of the game. That makes sense for an unbelievable MLB debut, 4 for 5 day. The win goes to Luis Cesa. The loss goes to Rodriguez. And look at the Bison here. Only Jock Peterson did not have a hit for them in this game. That is crazy. 13 hits for OKC tonight. But Merrifield, 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a home run. Perez, 2 for 4 with a walk. Manny Machado was 2 for 5 with a homer. Brandon Lau, 1 for 5. Jock Peterson got on base with a walk. A couple of them, actually. And he did get an RBI. Dickerson, 1 for 5. 2 for 4 was Murphy in this game. Andrew Vaughn was 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And Nelvin Marte, 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs and a triple. So error for Manny Machado. You get to see how are the RBIs, and everything was spread out. And all the RBIs, all the runs scored besides one of them, I believe, was scored via the long ball in this game for OKC. Max Fried, yeah, they pitched him way too long in this game. 5.1 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Tanner Tully gave up a run in .2 innings. Jonathan Weiser got 2 innings scoreless. Richard Rodriguez, 0.2 innings and 3 runs given up for him and the loss. You go to the Pilots, and only Manuel Margot did not have a hit in this one. He did get on base, though. He got hit by a pitch. C.J. Abrams, though, 2 for 6 with 4 strikeouts. Adam Frazier, 1 for 4 with that home run. Lucer Bird, 1 for 5, 1 for 4. I mean, the top 4 hitters in this batting group didn't really do that much for Charlotte in this game, honestly. Trevor Lonick with an RBI. KJ Harrison, 4 for 5, 4 RBIs, 2 home runs. Trey Sweeney, 2 for 5 with a massive double in the 9th. And Jacob Nottingham, 2 home runs and 4 RBIs as well. Jordan Lawler, 1 for 3 on the night. And I mean, basically the same thing. Almost, I think all the runs scored in this game for Charlotte was actually via the long ball. Yeah, every single one. That's crazy. Stolen base by C.J. Abrams. The pitching, yikes. I mean, Framber Valdez, 27 ERA, 2 innings and 6 runs allowed. Yikes. Thompson gave up 1 run and only 1 run in 4 innings. Good for him. Allard there only pitched 2 innings, or only got 2 outs, didn't give up a run. Luis Cessa gave up a run, got the win though, and Kenley Jansen gave up a run, but got the save. So that's a look at the mock score, and that's the end of this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this one. Sorry for the really long wait between the last couple of episodes. I've been very busy with this internship and everything, and haven't had a lot of time to edit, so trying to get back to being more consistent with it in the future and coming up in these next couple of weeks. But either way, thank you guys for watching this one. If you are not subscribed to this channel yet, please do that so you know when I'm coming out with the new videos. Appreciate it, everybody's support on this channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. We continue with opening day next time here on this franchise. Thank you guys for watching. Again, have a great weekend. And I hope you're having a great weekend right now. And I will see you in the next one. God bless.